Western Conference semifinals, game one getting set to tip, and LeBron James getting set for his 299th career playoff game. 41 years young, still the standard, finding edges where others simply can't. And for the first time, LeBron and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander meet on the playoff stage. Shai, the reigning MVP, finals MVP, and champion, looking smooth, controlled, and completely unbothered, which has the entire city of OKC believing they may be the next back-to-back champs. Chet Holmgren, a major piece of this OKC young core. He's coming off a 24-point, 12-rebound game in Game 4 against the Phoenix Suns. OKC swept the first round. Now they get to take on the Lakers in the second, hosting from Paycom Center as we get you set for Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals. Welcome inside the studio, Maria Taylor, the Hall of Famers, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, and Carmelo Anthony here with you. And I said it a little bit in the open, but for the first time ever, we get to see LeBron James and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander facing off against each other in a playoff series. They both have said great things about one another. LeBron saying about Shai, though, his favorite thing is his efficiency. That's something that he feels like is MJ-esque. I wonder what you guys are expecting from Shai here in the second round, Melo.
I think Shai is going to kind of pick his spots and trying to dominate this series early. But I also believe that Shai understands who he's going up against from a basketball IQ standpoint. And he's really going to have to come and understand how to win these games and continue to win in the games the way he's been winning the games himself in the clutch. But he's going up against someone who's a very smart player. LeBron James is one of the smartest players that ever played this game. J.J. Redick haven't won a playoff series yet. So prior to them sweeping them in the regular season, this is a different Lakers team. At least I can say that than what they was doing given in the regular season. Marcus Smart wasn't playing in the regular season. J.J. haven't won the playoff series yet. LeBron was out. Austin Reeves was out. Luka was out. This is a different team, so I'm looking to see which team show up today for the Lakers.
When I seen him walking in there, typically I see Paris fashion show inspired Shai walking into the building.
Yeah.
That was Hamilton SGA that walked in there. That's Hamilton boy walking in there. So for me, Shai about to get to it. Because his matchup is not an easy matchup. Let's be correct.
Yeah.
Like Marcus Smart, when we talk about muddy up the game, that's exactly what he's going to do. So for me, it's Shai, keep your composure, which I'm sure he is. But it's don't feed into all the antics that Marcus Smart is going to be doing, displaying out there on the basketball court. Just go ahead and play your game. You're much more talented than the Los Angeles Lakers. Get these guys in, get them out, and get some rest and get on ready for the next.
We were fortunate enough to be in the building opening night, watching them receive their rings and watch the banner go up. And I think we all agree, watching that Oklahoma City Thunder and hearing them afterwards talk about they're not satisfied after just winning a championship, receiving their ring. They had their moment, and they locked back in, took care of business. And that was the sentiments all season long. And opening the first game, the first round of the playoffs, one the same. They took care of business. They were businesslike, and just like you said, he walked in with Hamilton's own instead of Fashion Week. And I think,
by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Hamilton's own, Hamilton, Ontario. But I think this is how they see it. They said this is the next challenge. This is a LeBron James who's well-decorated, accomplished a lot. You said 299 playoff games. All of these things, Marcus Smart, all of these things that need to be done. But we're still us.
Yeah.
And they have to beat us. And I feel like that's the mentality. And that's what that gives off to me, is a team that is focused and understand this is a team that they need to take care of business and don't give them any life.
Yeah, obviously OKC, they show up in waves. And by the way, these two teams met 4 times during the regular season. OKC won by an average of 29 points. We saw Luka go down April 2nd in one of these meetings. So it was not easy sledding for the Lakers against OKC. Maybe they learned something that could change in the playoff. Obviously, the postseason is just a little bit different. One thing we do know, Austin Reeves back. He played in 2 games, the final games against the Houston Rockets, averaged 18 points per game. Maybe he's getting a little bit closer to being fully healthy too and added back into this Lakers offense.
Well, I mean, of course, basketball shape is a lot different than any type of shape.
Yeah.
When you don't have your legs and you're still trying to do the things that you was you know, that you was capable of doing prior to the injury, it takes time. And I thought that when Austin Reeves came back, he was taking his time. His legs had to get back. His conditioning had to get back. His playoff conditioning is different than regular season conditioning. So
Speed.
it's speed and
of the
pace,
game.
right? And the way you think the game is a lot different. So I just think this series, his legs will be underneath for him. He will get into better shape and better conditioning and really allow himself to be effective. But like I said, he has to hunt points. He has to hunt shots.
He's got to be efficient and be extra aggressive. But for me, we talk about this. The pace has to be different, right? You have to, LeBron, Marcus Smart, slow everything down. I'm talking about even on made basket, missed basket, walk the ball up the court.
Slow it all the way down.
Because I'm telling you, because if you're playing at a fast pace against this team and you're turning the ball over, they getting out a run, and they're highly efficient that way. So for the Lakers, I want to get the best shot. I want to walk up. I want to run through our offense, all sets. Now, if we have transition to get out and get easy basket, yes, we're going to do that. But when they score that ball, we're walking it up and we're running our offense. We're going slow possession. I don't care if it's an 80 possession game. That's what we need.
Because I think that's the gift and the curse to that, because if you're offensive team, you don't want to play against OKC's set defense either.
Yep.
So you have to be timely and you have to protect the ball. But I get it. You don't want to play fast, but I don't want to play against a set OK defense where they can now stick to their schemes and game plans either.
Well, they got to do something different than what they did during the regular season. So
shots
maybe that's an attempt to change things up. All right, guys. On this day, 27 years ago, VC step up to the front.
What's up?
A 360, one-handed.
Who threw it to me?
Here we go.
I tell you, what was crazy about that is I've been wanting to do that dunk for a long time in game. You know, the reverse 360. You know, I obviously could do it, but like when I turned around, I didn't realize how high I was.
Vince, do people tell you quite often that you were just that guy? Like, do we do that enough? Stop trying to be humble. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to be modest.
Hey, let me tell y'all something.
Don't scoot back. Scoot back up.
Let me tell y'all how amazing this man was.
Right.
So, you know, they sang 2 national anthems.
Right? I already know where you going with this.
Okay,
And I'm not joking. So she sung the U.S. national anthem. And when she went to the Canadian national anthem, she actually put this man's name in the national anthem when she was singing. I was like, oh, my God. He had Toronto on fire. On fire.
All right, so your 50th birthday, we going to Toronto then. That's what we doing.
That's what we doing?
That's what we going, twin. Okay. Take us through there. Jurassic Park. I feel like young athletes everywhere should be watching that feature and seeing what is required of the work in order to turn out to be a player like SGA, but just him saying, I want to maximize my potential. Like, at the end of the day, that's what this is about, and we get to see the fruits of that labor. How does that speak to the player that we get to watch night in and night out?
I think it's amazing that, you know, you have somebody like SGA that really understands the moment, understand his situation, understand his gifts and what the opportunity that he has at the present moment, and that's being affiliated with an amazing organization, right, from top to bottom, backed by great teammates, and have a chance to put his stamp on this unbelievable game that we play for, right, and to etch his name in stone with the elites of the elites that has ever played this game. So I think he really understands what that task is, and he's so determined and focused on that.
I think people around him, I got to take my hat off to those guys, whoever it is, because to get a young guy, young kid at that age to be thinking that way in the sense of, I have a plan, I have a goal, and I'm going to walk through this goal every step of the way. I'm going to check every box. I'm not going to skip any steps in this. And even if I have a bad day or 2 bad days or a bad week or bad month, that's still not the end of the story. So I think Shai allowed himself to just get into that mindset where I don't care what happened on a day-to-day basis. My goal is my goal. As long as I reach my goal, it doesn't matter how I get to that goal.
His love for the game and how hard he works and how driven he is permeates through that team. And everybody buys in. And when your best player works that hard, when your best player believes and he comes to work, putting in extra work to be better than before, that shows who he is as a player and as a leader. And he gets his guys to buy in which is why they're in this position they are right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're talking about a guy, like you saw, MVP, finals MVP, and a champion. He said, I had to work harder this past offseason than I ever have. We see that his efficiency has gone up. For the 4th straight season, he's averaging at least 30 points per game. He had a playoff career high. And not only that, he's still leading his team. The wins are racking up right next to him. So it's just been fun to watch, and we don't want to take it for granted at any step of the way. All right, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, we have been talking about him this entire show. It's been so much fun to watch. To start this game, in order for the Thunder to start fast, he has to do what, BC?
Shai?
Mm-hmm. Just be
Shai. Literally, you see those numbers right there, 8 assists. So, not only can he score and find his own shot, continue to get his other guys involved, which he does a great job facilitating early, making sure other guys are in rhythm, which makes the game easier for him in the second half. So I expect nothing less. I mean, like I said, 8 assists is that number that I'm looking at for him to get guys going to play fast.
Does he get 8 assists tonight, Cuz?
Yes.
Does he get it?
Absolutely.
He gets it because of JJ plans of double teaming and getting off the ball
and they're creating steals and turnovers, creating missed shots to get out and run, and he's making the play.
For me, it's just be Shai, right? And he's going up against Marcus Smart, someone that is a competitor, fierce competitor, that is going to do everything to bring out all the tricks in the bag to distract him and get him off of his game. But we've been finding a way.
Yeah, you've been looking for the edge. Y'all been looking for the edge for 2 days, okay?
You've been good.
Post-game shows, pre-game shows,
right.
you've been doing it. You've been doing it, T-Mac.
It's very tough when you don't have a full roster going up against these guys. You don't have Luka. So it puts them at a huge disadvantage.
Have you ever been in a playoff series where you felt that way?
Every series. My whole career in Orlando, I didn't have Grant Hill. So I understand this uphill battle, and it's not a good feeling.
So if you were in the Lakers locker room,
right? Because you've been there. What are you doing,
T-Mac is on
T-Mac?
the Lakers right now. What's your message to the locker room?
Well, I would tell the guys that are playing most of the minutes, do your job, but elevate doing your job.
Do your job,
do it
but
with great tension and great
Do
detail.
your job, but better. But
Right. With great detail, though.
Yeah.
Right. Let's be a team that minimize our mistakes. Right. If we're in the gaps, let's fill those gaps. On our rotations, let's be early and often on our rotations. Let's have that mindset going in and give ourselves a chance, and let's play with effort. And let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. But
I'm sure JJ.
You got to minimize the mistakes, though.
Can I also say this?
Yep.
Please.
OKC is averaging. You want me to go? That's why
Please.
you think he's good. OKC is averaging 123 points in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lakers are averaging 101.
Yeah.
So we're going to start there.
We'll start there.
And then from there, Lakers are shooting 40%. They're going to have to make threes. And you have to say, like you said, they have to take shots and make shots and defend.
They transition game got to be real. The Lakers transition game have to be real. You have to get it off the boards, and you have to go. You have to kick ahead. You got to shoot quick. You got to score quick. Because you have to find pockets in this game.
There's your guy, Melo.
And here's the thing.
You got to find pockets in the game that you could be better than OKC. You got to win the margins. You have to win the margin game.
Jared Vanderbilt part of the margin. These are the guys that have to step up, right?
Jared Vanderbilt will have to step up in this series because he have to get Marcus Smart defensively. Defensively.
Here's the problem, though, right? Because when you look at OKC, when they go to, they have a versatile roster that they could just mix and match on their lineups. They could go to a defensive lineup, but that defensive lineup can also score. So when you thinking about putting a defensive lineup in for the Lakers, can they guard, but can they score with them?
I don't want them to put a defensive lineup in.
Yeah.
Jared Vanderbilt has to step up defensively and take some of the onus off of Marcus Smart. This is why he's here.
Yeah.
This is why Vanderbilt is with the Lakers, to be that defensive presence, a guy who can disrupt the game, I'm sorry, man, Ray, they in your ear telling you to tell me to be quiet?
No, I just wanted to make sure I got
No, I'm
one.
just
No,
kidding.
I
Go
want
ahead.
one. I want to get one note in. Y'all ready? Put the camera back on them. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had your career playoff numbers here.
I knew this was
Oh, let me see. Hold on.
T-Mac 50, VC 88, Melo 83. Pause.
83.
That adds up to 221 career playoff
Dang, we
games.
didn't make
You
it.
still have less career playoff
Yeah.
games combined than LeBron James, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what you're going to get to watch here tonight. Just minutes away from tip-off from Oklahoma City, Mike Tirico, Reggie Miller, Zora Stevenson will be
Hey,
on
that
the
man
call
been
for
holla
Western
favorite
Conference
with great
semifinals,
health.
Lakers Thunder. I love y'all, though.
My team ain't nothing over here.